Yo, YouTube, what is up? So, Deontay Wilder, just recently had his first interview since his loss to Tyson Fury. It was a fairly long interview, and make sure y'all go check it out. But during the interview, he talked about a lot of things, but a couple things that I noticed about it was, he talked about his relationship with Malik Scott. Malik Scott also talked about his relationship with Deontay Wilder. Their relationship, they seem like that, man. They said they knew each other for 15 years. 15 years. That was before, their fight that they had. So they just talked about their relationship, man, and you can genuinely see that, they actually care. That Malik Scott is actually wants Deontay Wilder to be the best Deontay Wilder that he can be, and vice versa. So man, that is always a good look. You always want to see trainer and fighter have a tight relationship, because after what happened between his last, the last trainer. But he also went on to say that, they've had 3 training camps since the last fight that Deontay Wilder had. 3 training camps. He said he's already in tip-top shape. Malik Scott said this has been the best that Deontay Wilder has looked ever. They said that going into their 4th training camp, Deontay Wilder said he doesn't have to feel sore. He's already been through the sore stage and all that. He said he's just looking good, and he's ready for July 24th. He goes on to say, when it comes to Tyson Fury, he wants retaliation. He wants retaliation, and he wants it back in blood. Back in blood, those are big words. When you want it back in blood, that's big words, man. But at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. I know a lot of people were mad that the fight happened because they did want to see Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and the undisputed champion. But at the end of the day, when you sign that contract, you know what you signed, and we have to have the fight. In both fights, number 1, the lead up to the fight was amazing. Both fights, 1 and 2, and the rematch. 1 and the rematch. The lead up to the fights were amazing. The fights were amazing. And after the fight was amazing. You got the glove gate. You got, a lot of people talked about Deontay Wilder, being depressed, and how a lot of people haven't heard from him, and that, they thought he retired. But he also talked about that, he was not depressed, he said. But man, this fight right here, man, I said Spence Pacquiao is the biggest fight since Mayweather Pacquiao, but this fight, man, is just as good. This fight is just as big, man. This is the heavyweight division. If you ask anybody that has watched boxing, even if they're not even hardcore fans or if they barely watch boxing, 90% of the time they're gonna name a heavyweight. Or if you talk to an old school guy, they're gonna talk to you about heavyweights. I've talked to many, and they constantly talk about the heavyweights and how the heavyweights fights used to be back in the day. So when it comes to July 24th, man, we're in for something special. Deontay Wilder, with the recent, videos that have surfaced of Deontay Wilder, he looks like he's been working, man. That whole time that he kept quiet and didn't say anything to nobody, he was working. And that's what I like to see. That man been working to this day. But yeah, in the videos you can see that he is working on a lot of things, man. He's working on his craft. He's adding things to his already dangerous arsenal, because that man can knock a cow out. He can knock a bull out with that right hand. He can knock a bull out with that right hand. So you add something to that, you add a little more to that, Better watch out. And you know, Deontay Wilder started late in boxing as well, so you know this is only this loss to Tyson Fury is only gonna make Deontay Wilder a better fighter. You know, this is only gonna make him a better fighter because we're not used to seeing these videos of Deontay Wilder. You know, with his movement, you know, moving. Man, he look legit, man. If you ain't seen a video, which you should have already watched the video. If you're a boxing fan, you should have already seen the videos. Go watch them videos. But y'all let me know down in the comments. Fury, Wilder 3, who do you got? And how? Y'all let me know down in the comments. And like I said, this fight is gonna be amazing. And I can't wait till July 24th. So let's go.